Okay.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, people, look, I worked out of Bloomingdale's up on the 6th floor, and that was where the pro kitchen was and all the housewares and things like that. And I saw people with their dogs, and they were walking their dogs up in Bloomingdale's on the 6th floor. And, it was like, well, these are people too. And it's like, okay, all right. So, you learn. It's where you happen to be, and if you open your mind up, you'll see it, and if you don't, it's okay, it's all right. But I'm at the mic, not you. That's the difference, and that's why if Johnny Carson could do this in another time period. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
And with Myron, what's the older man, and Prudential Life used to sponsor that
Marlon
Perkins. Marlon Perkins. That's it. And he had the younger man and the lady.
Jim, yeah.
Yeah, and they would
Careful, Jim. Those teeth are sharp.
But they would be on the Johnny Carson show, and they would bring these pets, and and I remember Johnny Carson. He had a spider, tarantula. I was like, no, I don't think I want to go there, But the point is, so this is for Radio Neighbor, and with the help of our smartphones that we're able to transmit some sort of image or record some sort of image with, look, I'm from the days of Dick Tracy with the two-way wrist radio, Chester Gould comics.
Technology is awesome.
So
we have somebody from Australia who always pretty much comments on our Instagram photos. Just like, y'all are so beautiful, just like talking to the rats. It's so cute.
This is something different, neighbor. And again, Abby Chestnut and her dad, Tim, they're from Rome, Georgia. You can reach out to Abby at healingwhiskers.com, www.healingwhiskers.com. It's lowercase, one giant word. And it's a really nice little website. And, you can find out about therapy rat information, past events, updates, awards, and recognition. And, You'll see these pictures of what those that came before Xavier. Xavier is gray, and Vincent is white with the gray. And but Oliver and Jasper is what she started out with.
Yes, Jasper couldn't become a therapy rat. I started with him, but he started getting seizures, and because of that, it could have been because of stress. We weren't really sure, but we decided to just stop his training and see how Oliver would do. And it turned out Oliver was fine. So that's what we did. I'm still kind of like, about training 2 rats at once, because when you're doing therapy work, you can only have one animal at one time. So it's like, okay, who should I bring out? So I'm trying to figure out, like, maybe one will be good at one thing and one will be better at another thing. Trying to learn what they'd be best at, because Oliver really loved they're burrowing and they're just having a fun time.
There are rats in there. Oh, there he is.
Oliver really loved visiting colleges. He loved the college students. I'm not really sure what it was, but he was the most calm whenever we would go to Barry or Georgia Highlands, or we also went to Chattahoochee Technical College, I think, once. And I don't know, I think it might have just been, college students are more open to it, or something.
Now here's the other side to that, because safe spaces. Now I have to say this is my opinion. It doesn't represent you guys or the owners or staff and management of WGMI Radio. But this idea of safe spaces, and I mean, if you're saying, well, you need a safe space, but then you're not with it with the rats, and you don't know anything about the rats. You really, you see where I'm going with that. It's kind of, that's my opinion.
I know.
I'm not asking.
Oh, we try to
I put that out there as food for thought.
No, that's all good. Like safety, our local therapy group, we are registered nationally with Pet Partners, and they provide insurance and all this stuff. They do the testing and such. So, and we have to follow all these specific rules, like They need to have some kind of barrier between the animal and the person. So we use a basket, or we have like a towel. I'll like wrap them up in a little burrito. I call it a rat burrito, and everybody loves that. But people are like, oh, well, why can't, like, I used to put the rats on people's shoulders. For one, that kind of freaks people out, but I kind of like that at that point, to freak people out, like, oh, it's a rat on my shoulder. But not anymore. We're gonna, don't freak people out, just at their own pace.
The long pink tail tends to freak people out too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was watching the tail, and I was like saying, that is the.
Yeah, it's the most common thing people are like.
Yeah, it's like.
I like them, but I don't like the tail.
But then again.
It's very useful.
It's very useful.
It's for balance, and they actually sweat from their tails.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of clammy sometimes.
Yeah, it's very vascular, and they actually sweat from them. And that's a really cool fact I like to bring out to people. It's like, did you know?
That's Xavier trying to come out and come out of his little basket there, and his buddy. Vincent's still remaining down. Vincent's being a little shy today.
He is very shy. We're trying to work on his confidence. As you can see, Xavier has loads of it.
He's bold.
Thing for him, I'm thinking of, since I've only had him a couple weeks, I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what's the best course of action for training? And that's the one thing I really got to get on my website is like training posts, or I'm thinking even doing an online class, because so many people are interested in themselves getting into therapy work with rats.
Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie. Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's crawling. Oh, he's touching my fingers.
I mean, it is obvious their therapeutic benefit. You can be grumpy. You can be having the hardest day ever, and she'll bring the rats to me and just put them on my shoulder, and
it just chills you out.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I want to be grumpy. Oh,
hello.
So in a typical situation, once they have to be 6 months old, or at least have them for 6 months. I can't recall exactly. So he'll be bigger.
Let me see. How do I do this? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Nope. Reverse it that way. Go back that way.
So he would be in his basket.
You want to give me a kiss? Give me a kiss. I have a picture of me with having a minnow taken out by a dolphin. This close. Hello. Hello. Yes. Okay. You're so cute. And you, my dear friend, you decided to come visit. Oh yes. This is so cool.
I wish Oliver were still here. He would just literally pretty much take a nap in the basket. He would fill up this whole basket. That's how big he was.
This is so cool, man. Yeah. I've never done anything like this. This is different. I remember when I was in college. Yes, the scientists, they had because I worked out in we called it the stacks.
Yes.
The library.
I used to work in the library at Berry. So
okay.
I was interlibrary alone. That was fun.
So this was in Pennsylvania, and for me, and basically I was my own person out there in the stacks.
I love just going out there.
Yeah, just I worked on my own, did my thing, but the lab folks had the rats. Mm-hmm. So I would see them every now and then if somebody came in.
That's cool.
Yeah. So what did I know? What did I know 40 some years ago? I didn't know anything.
Yeah, and they're so smart, and I was reading their hearts, their cardiovascular system very similar to ours. That's one of the reasons they're used in a lot of lab.
Hello, Vincent. Hello, Vincent. Yes.
You tell them the difference.
Yeah, they're actually brothers, but you probably tell that they're a little different.
Who's older?
I don't know that.
Okay.
Probably around the same age. I don't know, but they have big litters.
Okay.
We actually got these two from a breeder in Cleveland, Georgia.
Georgia. No, Cleveland.
Cleveland. I keep getting messed up. Yeah. I got it messed up twice. But yes, Cleveland, Georgia.
Well, so
from Rome, I went to Cleveland to get these two, And I went to a little place called GHC Exotics. They're actually a pet store. I don't usually say, like, go to a pet store, but this is a local pet store. And so I made sure that they're a good breeder. I was talking to him for a while, and I saw a little photo of Vincent and fell in love. And, you know, they only cost $20 in total. So they're a very cheap animal to get, but care-wise, it's expensive, as my dad would know for vets and such. It can get expensive, but it, like, generally once you have the cage and the food and all that, like, it doesn't cost much.
Well, it's just a matter of you know, adjusting.
Yeah.
You know, like a car. Car is a mouth too. It eats. Yeah. It eats oil. It eats gas. Mm-hmm. You know, it consumes. Yeah. You know, like anything. That is.
What's cool is that you see Vincent has these ears that are on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So he's called a Dumbo rat. It's just another variation. Xavier would be called a standard ear or top ear rat. And also Vincent is a Rex rat, which means his hair is curly. It'll get even curlier, and his whiskers are curly. So he's very special. And what's even cooler is that Australia does not have any Dumbo rats. Huh. It is illegal to import or export rats, and they don't have that gene in Australia at all. So there's no way anybody can have Dumbo rats in Australia, and they're very devastated.
Now, interestingly enough, in my lifetime, I have, as I just told you, I have a picture of me in the Bahamas when I was 40, and there's a minnow in my mouth, and on the other end is the dolphin getting okay, so there's that picture of me.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years later, there was a picture of me sitting on the back of a low boy, and there's this tiger.
Oh.
And I have my hand on the flank of this tiger.
Cool.
It was like, take your picture with this tiger for $5.
Okay.
And hey, so now.
Yeah, we ask a lot of people like, hey, do you want a photo? You want a rat selfie?
So this is now I can add this to my
your animal collection,
my collection.
Your animal selfie collection.
Now, so neighbor, once again, before we say goodbye, Abby Chestnut, she's the founder and curator of Healing Whiskers, located at www.healingwhiskers.com. And she's been recently announced as a finalist for the Blog Paws Nose to Nose Awards. Blog Paws is the first and original professional association and conference designed by and for pet bloggers and social media influencers. And Ms. Chestnut has been selected as a finalist for the Best Beyond Paws Pet Blog. She's also nominated for the Best Unconventional Pet Blog in 2017. All right, and so back, let's see, on April 18th through the 20th in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
She's going to be part of this gathering that's going to be taking place, and she's going to be meeting other folks that are also doing this.
Fun. Yeah, it's like all my friends there.
You know, well,
really?
You're going too, Tim, right?
No,
unfortunately.
Okay.
Somebody has to work.
Okay.
And somebody has to watch the other dogs.
The dogs and the cats.
But my stepmom will be attending as well, and from what I know, we're the only rats that will be there. And we're always a big hit. Every time I try to go somewhere, I'm always late because somebody's like, oh, what do you have?